8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get them holes. Check 15. Check. Hey, alert 33.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. He gets this one to Garcon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's able to find Diggs. A gain of 37.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. Uses the stiff arm. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Check. Crunch. 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 Up. Hey, alert, alert. Alert, alert. God.
From the 17, Mayfield. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd and short.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Eight, read. I got it. Watch that in. Watch that in. Get it.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
First down, Mayfield. And Diggs has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Williams. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns. Early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Nick Boyle. Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks him. And this one will be brought back to the 22. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
This pass finds its way to Williams. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Out to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Set 18 Gator. 50. Go tackle, let's go. We got this. Deep grip.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready. Mike 50. Too little, cut. Get it.
From the 36, Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Check 43.
On 4th down, Minshew. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down now, it's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mayfield now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A first down throw from Mayfield. It's complete to Diggs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Mayfield down. It's caught by Garcon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Jets first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And again, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Mayfield. It's Williams on the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Williams. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A 5
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. James Washington there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Steps away. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ready, ready. 8, read. QB's traps. Let's go. Ready, ready.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew. And an alley to run. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Minshew. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game,
Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 13. Slip. Protein spill. He's coming.
They run again with Carson. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now Mayfield. And Diggs has it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll check that down to Carson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Ready.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. Here's Minshew. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On second down, it's Carson. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Jets on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Mayfield. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. Jordan Lucas there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On third down, Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Throwing, Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Carson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you.